Hi guys, Killer J. We're back with a brand new video, and today we're going to talk about the Super Nintendo, my thoughts on it, and opinion and all that stuff. Personally, I think it's a pretty good console. Honestly, you had a lot of great games. You had Contra Free. You had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. You had Super Mario World. You had Super Metroid. You had Star Fox. You had F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. You had a bunch of stuff. You even had Killer Instinct on there too. Original Killer Instinct was pretty cool on there. You had Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. You had a bunch of other games there too. You had Mortal Kombat 2, 3. You had a bunch of other ones in there too. You had some other underrated ones. You had a lot of stuff in the Super Nintendo library. It's hard to go through the titles and explain them all, but personally I think they're pretty cool, The Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage, that's another one. Another title that stands out. And what else is there on the Super Nintendo? What else is there on the Super Nintendo that really stands out? Oh yeah, TMNT Tournament Fighters, that's another one too. So many memorable games, it's hard to remember them all. There's so many memorable Super Nintendo games back in the day that were like, wow, it's like good gaming there. Because the controller was a gaming controller. It was no gimmicks, just a regular flat out gaming controller, which is good. That's good to have a flat out gaming controller with the Super Nintendo. That's why I liked it there. And I think it's good. It still holds still for gamers out there. I think it's one of the better. Actually a very good old school console system. You just pop the game in, you blow your cartridge, and you're playing. Not like you have to wait for the game to install or whatever, because that's modern gaming now. You have to wait for the games to install. So I think the Super Nintendo is pretty cool and actually very gnarly, very awesome console indeed. You had a bunch of other stuff with it. You had because that's when people were together. You go to your friend's house, you play some Super Nintendo, freaking drink some pop, do some crazy stuff there, have some fun with games. That's when gaming was, fun for most people there. It was an enjoyable time at that time too. I think it was pretty cool actually. I'll be honest with you, it was a very good time in gaming. It held its value. It holds as still as one of the better Nintendo systems out there is the Super Nintendo. And the N64, it was cool. They had some good games with it too, but the controller was designed like a pitchfork, to be honest with you. But the Super Nintendo controller is just a gaming controller. That's what it is. It's a gaming controller meant for gamers to play. So, you had a lot of those great games out there. And you had some differences from, the Genesis was its competitor, and you had some differences throughout the consoles. You had the verified some games were different on the Super Nintendo, and some games are different on the Sega Genesis as well. There was competition back then, back in the 90s, the 16-bit wars and all that crazy stuff. So it was very interesting that fact that they had some great games, Super Nintendo. So this is Killer J here. See you guys later, and wait, more content coming in the near future. Peace later. Okay, well, just gonna talk a little bit more. So I think the Super Nintendo is a pretty good little console. I think it's good. The Genesis, Nintendo were at each other's throats for a while now. You know, things have changed within the timeline. Sonic was on Sonic's, like Sonic and the generation was on Nintendo Wii in that there. He was on the Wii U. Sonic games were on the Nintendo Wii U, like that friggin' Sonic Lost World and that Sonic Boom game. Those weren't really great games, but Sonic did a couple games now. They're gonna make a Sonic Mania game, which is gonna be better and way better. And I find that's gonna be interesting. So, all right, let's talk more about the Super Nintendo for a little bit more. I think actually, I like the console design of itself. It's a nice design of the console, and yeah, the Super FX chips too was in there too. That was pretty cool for certain games and that there, and it was interesting. It was nice. So, all right, just Killer J. Bye, guys. Later.